Hello, friends. Tyler James from ComixTribe here. And I wanted to just jump on and share a little bit of an update for all of our backers for the Wailing Blade Kickstarter campaign. And I also wanted to show off for a lot of the creators in our audience just what it looks like when you're doing like a fancy hardcover with a lot of bells and whistles, a lot of features, how the print proofs actually look. And this will help sort of reveal some of what the cool book enhancements that we're actually doing with this book. So what I have here, and we're working with, shout out to Sam Amborn at Printlore. We're working with Printlore on this one. They are an awesome high-end printer that Sam is great. She does a lot of really fancy stuff, helps put any crazy ideas I have to life. And so, but what you're seeing here is actually the print proof file. And for the hardcover, this file is actually 5 pages, okay? And so what's interesting about that is that it's 5 pages because there's 5 different layers to do the specialty things that we're doing with this book. So, you know, and for those of you that have never made a comic book or made a hardcover before, hopefully this is interesting to you. But in terms of cover files, this is what the cover file looks like for the hardcover version of the book. Now, if you remember the Kickstarter, if you were watching that, wrapped up last year, we are actually doing 3 different versions of the book. And so the hardcover was sort of like the deluxe ultimate edition version. And so some basic elements of any hardcover. We have this is the back cover. Here is the spine, and here is what will be the front cover. And you'll see we also have some other elements here that are pretty common, including the barcode. Here's a little bit of information about the book, including the ISBN number. We've got a little back blurb and a cool graphic. And here's our spine. These little dotted lines that you see here, those actually represent where the hardcover book will sort of have a crease in it. So that's always good to see that as well. If you grab any hardcover off your shelves, you'll see that there's a little like divot that the book takes where I think everything is glued together on the inside. And so it's good to know where this is going to be so that you don't put any super important stuff like a logo. You wouldn't want your ComixTribe logo like I have right here to be busted by where the spine break is. And then here's our front image. Now, the final book, this would not be a great front cover, obviously. So the final book will not actually look like this, but because of the fancy enhancements that we're doing for this book, this is actually how the thing is broken down. So here's the front cover. All right, but now what are we doing to enhance this and make it really, really cool? So first off, there's a layer here that is basically just a mask layer. And what this is going to do is we're actually using a very special kind of reflective foil paper that we are going to be creating to give the effect that this blade is actually metal and shiny. All right. And so, but in order to do that, we have to actually just make it so that this right here is the only part of the book that is getting a treatment that is going to have the metallic treatment. So you can see we have everything else knocked off except for that. Now, what else are we doing for this book? Well, we are also doing a die cut. So right here, this area of what you see right here is this area is actually going to be cut out of the paper. If you saw the She hardcover that we did, we did a die cut on that one, but this is actually going to be, they're going to cut the cardboard so that you'll be able to see through to the underpage of what's under here and here and here. And so these chunks are going to be cut out of everybody's book. So that's the next enhancement. Now we're also applying a spot UV effect to this part on the back cover and also to the blade itself to just add an extra sheen and an extra jump so that and an extra level of dimensionality to the back cover image and the blade here. And then last but not least, this is going to be a red foil stamp. So it's gonna for the logo right here. So those are all the cool enhancements for the book that we're doing. And ideally, the goal is that the final thing will look like this right here. And so you'll have a foil stamp right here. You're going to have this blade that is going to be reflective metallic, and you'll have a die cut where you can actually see through to the under image, which has our two main characters pitted one against the other. So that's the effect that we're going for. Now, as a little surprise bonus to all of our backers who didn't get the hardcover but grabbed the regular edition softcover, we have a special little bonus announcement for you. We were able to, through backers upgrading their pledges and also through working out a really good deal with our printer, the cost projection, and also because we raised more money than we needed to on Kickstarter, the cost projection for what it was going to take to print all of our books came a little bit lower than we thought it was going to be. And so we decided to put that into a book upgrade. So this is what the softcover version of the book is going to look like, but we've decided that we're going to add a spot UV effect right here to the Headtaker. So this is really going to pop on the page. It'll look like he's sort of like it'll almost look like he's popping out and have an extra shine. So that's going to be cool. And then we also decided to throw a foil enhancement for the logo and the Headtaker subtitle here. So these are going to be foil enhanced, and I actually will show you what the foil is going to look like. Let me see if I can pull that up. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to go with one sec. We're going to go with a hollow chrome foil. Which just popped in my wrong feed here. Let's see if I can do this again. Nope. Let's see. So yeah, it's going to be this foil right here. So it'll have that sort of shiny, almost rainbow metallic when it catches light foil, and that will be what will be done with this stamp and this stamp. So during the Kickstarter, we did not advertise that. We did not say that we were going to do that. But you know what? We love upgrading when we can. And, this is a very heavy metal book. So we're just throwing everything to everything at you. And then last, but definitely not least, this is what the wraparound virgin variant softcover will look like. So you'll see very simple, but it has our big images of our two characters going head to head. And so this is what the wraparound virgin variant will look like. Now, all of these are included in the collector's box, and all of them are available. The hardcover and this limited edition softcover virgin variant, very limited in terms of the total number that we're printing. But if you happen to have missed the Kickstarter campaign, you can always go to ComixTribe.com/Wailing Blade. It'll take us to your Kickstarter page. There's a pre-order button. You can click that, and you can order it up if you like. But yeah, just wanted to jump in and share some of the cool updates that we would be doing, enhancements to the book, and just show you behind the scenes of how these actually look when the printer comes back with your proofs. Tom Rapke in the house, he said, "What kind of shop do you go to for this type of thing, and what is it called, like foiling?" Yeah, so what you're going to want to do is work with a printer that has these capabilities. Now, usually, traditionally, in the past, the printers that you're going to have to go to for something like this are going to be overseas offset printers. However, there have been a number of domestic printers that have been able to start doing this. So we've done some of this fancier stuff with the team over at Comic Impressions, and so they can do it on smaller runs as well. But usually, the full suite of foils and enhancements and paper stocks and die cuts, usually that's something that you need to work on a larger offset print run of this. And so Printlore is a great company to work with. What I love about working with them is a lot of times I will, come with raw ideas, and Sam will help me figure out how the heck to actually make them happen. How much do the extras add per book? So here's the thing. In some cases, they can add a lot. However, with offset print running, Ben, the way it basically works is the biggest factor in what your cost is going to be per book is how many books are you printing. And the more books you print, the cheaper each one gets. And so that's where having bigger Kickstarters, so that you're moving more books during the Kickstarter campaign, plus an after the market sales strategy, it really comes in handy. And so for us at ComixTribe, the other thing that I will also share is the ability to gang print, meaning the inside of all three of these books is actually the same print run. So what we're able to do is we're able to print, a lot of the same interior, and the more we print there, the less expensive those get. And then we're printing 3 separate covers. All right. And so is this going to be more expensive than it would be just to do a basic soft cover? Absolutely. It probably raises the overall cost per book several dollars to us by doing all of these enhancements. But that gets counteracted by the total amount that you are printing. Ryan says, have you ever printed something of this complexity domestically? If so, do you have any recommendations? Honestly, one of the few printers that I know that is doing some of these enhancements, metallic foils, foil stamping. I'm not sure about die cuts, and hardcovers are still something that they've been farming out, but are looking to take in-house, is Comic Impressions. They're in Florida. They're really just getting really, really smart about serving our community. They do just almost exclusively, I think, all the printing for Scout Comics, or at least all their domestic printing or all their specialty printing. And so that would be definitely, one, yes, they are a sponsor of Comics Launch, but they're a sponsor because I use them, and a lot of the creators that I work with and creators inside of Comics Launch Pro use them. So if you are looking to do something a little bit fancier, or you want to see, and the other great thing about Comic Impressions, I think, is that if you contact them and mention Comics Launch, that always helps. But they'll send you a little print package of some of the stuff that they did, including some of the more specialty stuff, enhancements. So definitely check them out. I would encourage you to check them out. And a lot of times, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a kid of the 90s in terms of when comics really captured my imagination, and I geeked the heck. I was a sucker for the foil covers, the chromium covers, the wraparounds, the internal posters, like all of that. And so it's no shock or surprise that I love pushing the envelope on form and format, and really just trying to do cool things with the printed product. The creators that I work with on Wailing Blade, Joe Mulvey, Rich Duick, they did an absolutely amazing job on this book. Chris Sotomayor, Taylor Esposito on the colors and letters. And so as publisher, I really do see my job as, okay, how can we add tremendous amount of value and put together a finished product that blows people away? And so that's what we're trying to do. Our Kickstarter backers really do absolutely help us do this. And so we can't thank them enough, and can't thank you guys enough for asking great questions and for checking this out. All right, take care and have a great rest of the day.